Alright, so breakfast is ready, and if you've watched any of my other vlogs, you would know that I make this exact same breakfast pretty much every morning. It's my favorite. I'm going to enjoy this and we'll get started on our studying right after. Alright, so it is now time to get started with our studying for the day. Before I begin any of my study days, I like to make a to-do list just to set out my intentions for the day to just keep me on track. So on my to-do list for today, I have a little note to myself to finish off chemistry revision. So what I've been doing is I've been making a glossary of key terms so that I remember all the definitions for a whole bunch of organic chemistry terms because my exam is coming up soon. And then I'm doing an online tutoring session in a few hours. And then after that, I would love to get into some anatomy studying as I have my practical exam this day in a week. So that's my first exam coming up. So I'd love to get that studying started. So this is the chemistry glossary sheet that I started making yesterday. I'm about halfway through our organic chemistry topic, so I'd love to keep going with it. But basically on here, I just have a whole bunch of definitions of key terms with a lot of words that sound the same, just so I don't get them confused in the exam. And I've just like summarized my own notes just to make a quick, easy reference point. Alright, so for a little update, this glossary revision has been going really good. I only have 2 more topics to do out of the 12 in our whole unit, so I'm really excited to be almost finished that. But I'm now doing an online tutoring session for HSC biology. I'm tutoring a year 12 girl from my school, so I'm really excited to do that. I'm going to go get set up for that and then we'll continue with chemistry right after. Alright, so I just finished running the tutoring session. It was so great. We did some Module 5 practice questions right from some recent HSC papers so that we know what to expect. But now I'm just going to finish up, clean up my desk because I have a whole bunch of papers out here, and I'm going to continue with some chemistry. Alright, so for lunch today, I made a chicken sandwich with some tomato, and then around the side I have some capsicum, some carrot, and some grilled zucchini that we have from leftovers from dinner last night. I'm so excited to have a good lunch. I definitely needed it. So I'm back to studying, and now it's time to switch over to anatomy. I have an anatomy practical exam next week, which means that we go into our anatomy lab at our university and we'll have the physical structures in front of us and we have to write down what they are. So to study for this, I'm just going to focus on practice questions and relabeling structures, as I find that actually studying in the way that we're going to be tested is the best way that I can review. So instead of, rewriting notes or like looking over my flashcards, I would much rather label the structures because that's what we're going to be tested on. Alright, so 2 hours later, I finally finished reviewing all the models and images for the digestive system. So now I'm going to move on to the lymphatic system and the immune system. Alright, a bit of an update. It's now 6 o'clock and I'm finished all that I wanted to do for today. Remember that to-do list we did this morning? Finally checked off my last one, so feeling good, feeling happy, and my family's just about to come home, so figured it would be a perfect time to finish up and get started on dinner. Alright, and that comes to the end of this study vlog. Thank you all so much for joining me as I studied for my final exams. I know I was just kind of home all day studying at my desk, but you know what? I'm actually feeling really fulfilled because I'm so glad I was able to get everything done that I wanted to do, and I'm able to just like sleep peacefully knowing that like I'm not behind on anything and we're well on track to getting all the revision done before our exams start next week. So I'm feeling really good and I'm so grateful that you were all so happy to come along with me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this kind of content or you're interested in seeing anything more from me, please feel free to like and subscribe because there'll be much more content just like this. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you next time.